Saunders has found a point to challenge the whole development problems that are going on, and she can tell you about the lawsuit they filed and the need to support it as broadly as we can.
Hello, I'm Lucille Saunders from Melrose Neighborhood Association. We have our newsletter here, and I am passing out an infrastructure lawsuit filed against the city handout. On the front page, it speaks to our lawsuit. What we did in the Melrose Neighborhood Association was go to many meetings, hearings, etc. on zoning, developments, planning, and we found that there was a black hole, especially when we asked about cumulative negative impacts. No one knew what we were talking about. No one knew which projects were applied for. They didn't know the progress. They didn't know the plans. And this is throughout the city department. I've also talked about our 6 public record requests, which were very cavalierly stonewalled. This is what brought about the La Brea Willoughby Coalition, which is part of the Melrose Neighborhood Association lawsuit for the annual audit and review of the infrastructure. It simply speaks to the general plan mandated, which mandates that the city must measure annually the infrastructure before they approve projects and developments. And this has not been done since 1998. Our lawsuit was filed in June, and since then we have 9 other groups which have joined in as plaintiffs. We would invite you to look at our website and look at the petition, look at the answer from the city, look at the groups who have joined us, and other papers to follow, other papers regarding and to follow this lawsuit. We've garnered lots of support throughout the city. What we need are people who are familiar with your city, with your community plans, with your infrastructure, to give us information on infrastructure which has been proposed or needed to be proposed, which has been planned, and the progress, so we can have specific things that we can look at. Because we know the city is not going to give us this information any more than they gave us the information on the cumulative negative impacts of developments or on the public record requests. We would like the audits. We would like the reports. We would like for this to be done. We feel, in the example I gave before, if you don't have the money in the bank, you can't spend it. So if they've done these audits and it does not support the population and the development, then how can they approve the plans? And again, I emphasize, it's not against a specific plan or specific development. It's the core issue, and it's citywide.
You want enforcement of the rules, right?
We want enforcement. We want them to follow the law.
Non-discriminatory enforcement of the rules.
But there will. But people are saying, well, what will happen if the city has to do this? What will happen to the city budget? Well, what's happening when they have to look 10 years or 20 years from now and then undo or redo? And what's happening, by the way, getting back to the cumulative negative impacts and quality of life on the citizens?
Thank you, Lucille, very, very much. It's a really important issue that would force the city to operate rationally and to know what they're talking about instead of just putting a price tag on their votes.